The great powers that shaped our world are gone, whether it's the United States or the European Union. But they left behind millions of people who still need to live their lives. What did life look like for average citizens in a world where China and Russia ruled? Let's start in the heart of China, specifically in a neighborhood in the middle of Beijing. Here, technology seamlessly blends with everyday life. The building's AI assistant greets everyone by name as they enter and exit, adjusting lighting and temperature to maximize comfort. Our story begins here in this high-tech neighborhood. As the sun rises over Beijing, residents awaken to the sounds of a bustling, smart city. Their day starts with personalized news feeds delivered by Chinese tech giants, tailored to their interests and approved by Beijing's watchful eye. Our focus is on Li Wei, a young office worker. His day kicks off with a quick workout in his apartment gym, complete with virtual reality mountain climbing. It's efficient and safe, just like the rest of his life. As he steps out, driverless pods whisk him down the street, adhering to the city's strict traffic regulations. He works for a company manufacturing advanced weaponry, a testament to China's growing military might. As Episode 8 detailed, China's economic prowess has transformed it into a global powerhouse, and his job reflects this shift in power at work. High-tech exhibits showcase China's latest defense innovations. Li Wei feels the pride of contributing to his country's strength, all while knowing he's part of a system that values efficiency and control. After a day of work, Li Wei takes the driverless pod to a nearby restaurant for dinner. There, he dines on lab-grown meat, a sustainable protein source favored by the Chinese elite. The food is designed to mimic traditional dishes, but it lacks the soul of authentic cooking. Life is comfortable, but there's a constant hum of surveillance. Holographic billboards display images of Xi Jinping, reminding everyone of the watchful leadership. Every interaction is tracked, every purchase monitored. Free speech is limited, dissent is quelled. Li Wei knows voicing his opinion could have consequences, so he keeps his thoughts to himself, a silent observer in his own life. After dinner, he returns to his apartment complex, where children play in the drone-monitored park. Their laughter echoes through the steel and glass playground. Li Wei watches them, aware that their lives are more restricted than his were. The older generation had known freedom, but their children grew up in a world of constant surveillance. The Great Firewall kept them safe, but also cut them off from the world. For entertainment, Li Wei turns to state-sanctioned virtual reality experiences. He slips on the headset and finds himself exploring the vast landscapes of China, from the deserts of the west to the mountains of the east. It's a carefully curated version of his homeland, free from any controversy or unrest. As the night deepens, Li Wei lies in bed, his eyes gazing at the ceiling. Sleep doesn't come easily. The quiet hum of the apartment's AI system lulls him into a state of calm. But his thoughts wander to a time when China wasn't so dominant, when the internet wasn't so controlled. He wonders if there's more to life than the safety and prosperity provided by the party. But these thoughts are fleeting. Tomorrow is a new day. A day filled with obligations, duties, and the promise of a future meticulously planned by the state. For Li Wei, life under China's rule is a trade-off. He enjoys the stability and progress, but at what cost? Now let's shift our focus to a small Russian military town nestled near the Arctic Circle. The wind howls across the barren landscape, carrying with it the scent of snow and solitude. It's a stark contrast to the vibrant streets of Moscow. This remote town exists to serve Russia's military needs, housing soldiers and their families who contribute to Russia's defense apparatus. Our story focuses on Dmitry, a worker at a top-secret research facility. Dmitri's days are filled with the routine of working at the facility, a place shrouded in mystery and rumors. His job is vital to Russia's national security, but the secrecy surrounding his work weighs heavily on him. He yearns for a time when he could talk freely about his work, but now he lives in a world where honesty can be dangerous. After a long day at the facility, Dmitri returns home to a small but cozy apartment. Inside, his wife, Katerina, anxiously awaits his arrival. The television plays propaganda films, glorifying Russia's military strength, but she can't help but worry about her husband's safety. They talk about their day, the biting cold, and the never-ending snow. Their lives are simple, but the weight of living in a post-apocalyptic world is ever present. Dmitri's son, Nikolai, enters the room, his face beaming with excitement. He's just learned about Russia's military triumphs in school, stories carefully crafted by the Ministry of Education to instill patriotism and loyalty. Dinner is a quiet affair. The family eats in silence, each lost in their thoughts. The threat of nuclear war looms in the background, a constant reminder of the precariousness of their existence. After dinner, Dmitri sits Nikolai down to teach him some basic survival skills. The threat of nuclear war is real, and he wants his son to be prepared. In this world, survival is the ultimate priority. It's not just about living under a harsh regime. It's about surviving the aftermath of a nuclear blast. Each citizen is trained to seek shelter at a moment's notice. Dmitri shows Nikolai where the reinforced underground shelter is located, a place that could protect them from the worst of the fallout. Nikolai looks at his father with innocent eyes, asking questions about the strange contraptions and equipment stored in the shelter. Dmitri answers patiently, trying to shield his son from the harsh realities of their world. As the night deepens, Dmitri helps his wife repair a battered space heater. Keeping warm is crucial in this unforgiving climate, and the old-fashioned heater is their lifeline. Outside, the wind continues to howl, carrying with it the secrets of a world that once was. A world before the bombs fell and the earth changed. For Dmitri, it's not just about living under a regime. It's about living in the shadow of disaster. Every creak of the aging building, every flicker of the dim lamp reminds him of the fragility of their existence. Meanwhile, in Tehran, life is vastly different, but no less challenging. Citizens move through bustling bazaars, haggling over spices and fabrics, their voices echoing through the narrow alleys. On the outskirts of the city, towering centrifuges hum, a testament to Iran's nuclear. Our focus is on Sarah, a young woman selling traditional headscarves. Her day starts with the rising sun over Tehran, where religious schools shape young minds. Iran's leaders use education to reinforce their beliefs, ensuring the next generation will uphold Islamic traditions. Sarah walks through the bustling bazaar, weaving through crowds of people and colorful displays of goods. She's a small fish in a big pond, her life deeply affected by the actions of larger powers. Despite the hardships, Sarah's spirits are high. She takes pride in being Iranian and cherishes the rich culture that surrounds her. A sudden commotion breaks out in the bazaar, drawing a crowd. Sarah stops to watch as a group of men chant pro-regime slogans. These men are members of the Revolutionary Guard, and their presence is a constant reminder of the regime's strength and ruthlessness. Sarah returns home, where her mother awaits her. Over cups of cardamom-spiced tea, they discuss the day's events and the ever-present threat of Western interference. Sarah's mother, a woman who's seen decades of political turmoil, shares stories of a time when Iran was less isolated, less reliant on its own resources. Sarah listens intently, realizing the sacrifices her mother and others have made to keep Iran strong. Later that day, Sarah attends a community event celebrating Iran's nuclear achievements. Banners displaying images of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei adorn the streets. The event is a chance for the community to come together and show support for their country's advancements that have secured Iran's position as a major player in the region. As the evening descends, Sarah returns home and logs into a heavily filtered version of the global internet. She uses an Iranian satellite service to access international news, carefully avoiding any sensitive topics that could draw unwanted attention from the authorities. Despite the restrictions, she feels a sense of connection to the wider world, knowing that Iran's actions are being watched and discussed globally. Meanwhile, in a rural U.S. town, life is a stark contrast to the urban centers. A weathered signpost points to the local currency exchange, a necessity in this fractured nation. Houses are sturdy but neglected, and pickup trucks rumble over potholed roads. The American flag still waves, but its stars seem distant. Our focus is on Jacob, a farmer struggling to keep his land productive. In the absence of a strong central government, Jacob operates as if he's running his own small country. He fixes a broken irrigation pipe, his brow furrowed in concentration. Water is scarce, and every drop counts. The once thriving agricultural industry has suffered since the United States collapse. Without national policies or federal subsidies, farmers like Jacob fend for themselves. As the sun dips below the horizon, Jacob joins his neighbors at a community meeting. They discuss everything from farming techniques to local security issues. In this world, the states operate independently, often competing for resources and influence. Trust is hard to come by, and alliances shift like the desert winds. Jacob listens intently, his weathered hands gripping the table. Life in this fragmented America is challenging, but the sense of community remains strong. They share stories of their day, the crops, the repairs, and the challenges they face. There's a shared sense of loss, a longing for the days when the United States was a global leader. The men speak in hushed tones about the private armies that roam the desolate highways, remnants of a militarized society. They've heard tales of armored convoys carrying unknown goods through the wasteland, a stark reminder of the dangers lurking outside their small town. As the meeting ends, Jacob heads home, his mind heavy with the day's events. He gazes at the stars, a constant reminder of the vast universe and humanity's enduring spirit. For Jacob, life after the fall of the United States is a struggle for survival. The absence of a strong central government has left a void, filled with uncertainty and danger. He's not sure what tomorrow will bring, but he knows he must be ready. This is the world they live in. Under the Sino-Russian world order, each person navigates their daily life differently, shaped by their unique circumstances, cultures, and challenges. From the high-tech streets of Beijing to the snowy wastelands of Russia, from the bazaars of Tehran to the desolate roads of rural America, each location tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and survival. But as episode 10 approaches, we'll see if this order holds. Can China and Russia tackle global issues, or will their rule crumble? Stay tuned to find out. As always, if you've enjoyed this journey through time, hit that like button, subscribe to WhatIfTimeWrap, and share your thoughts in the comments.